And that's the trouble sometimes. When things like 3-hour delays and 3-hour tips happen, it's very difficult to get content for the vlog. I mean, the last thing you want to do is watch a time lapse of me having a whack. Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. It's the start of another short week. I'm on my way to Wales, so let's get cracking. So this morning hasn't exactly gone to plan. You may remember a few weeks ago I said that my batteries were flat on the truck. Well, that happened again this morning, and this time I couldn't jump start the truck, so I had to get Mercedes to come out and jump start it. They tested the batteries and the batteries were faulty. Don't know what's wrong with them, they just don't work. So yeah, they were replaced this morning, which now means I'm delayed because that took an hour and a half for someone to come out to me. Then they've had to go off and get some batteries, so 2 hours-ish delay this morning, resulting in 2 hours delay of me arriving at my delivery. So yeah, I'm already on the back foot today, which is not good. I'm just leaving my first delivery to Wales for today, and I arrived there when they were having their lunch break. So I had a full 45-minute break, which is something I didn't want to do, which leads me on to something I wanted to talk about. The reason I wanted to talk about brakes this week is I was asked by one of my viewers how I work out my brakes. And the simple answer is, it depends on the length of the journey as to when I will actually take my brakes. So today I've got 2 trips into Wales, and that's 3 hours each way. So I will run out of drive time before I make it back to my yard today. I will run out of drive time still in Wales. So with that, I will typically have a 15-minute break on the way up to the first delivery and a 30-minute break on the way back. When I get back to my yard, I will then have another 15-minute break and then stop for a 30-minute break on the way up, so I can then use the facilities, get food, have a shower, all of those sorts of things. Then go and do my delivery, and then I can park up for the night and I'm all ready for the evening. Now, if I've got a long drive to do, I will tend to have my break as a 45-minute rather than breaking it down, because that way I feel like I've had more of a rest from a longer drive. And I will also try and push that as close to the 4.5 hour limit that I can do. Things that will throw a spanner in the works will be arriving at a site and there being delays, or getting to the docks and there's a big queue, because as much as you can plan where you're going to be when you have your brakes, you can't always plan for what happens when you arrive at delivery or collection sites. Right, so that is the last delivery for today. Started off this morning 2.5 hours behind because of the issues with the battery, and I'm now only 2 hours behind. So I've managed to make up half an hour. which is good. Now I need to go and find somewhere to park, not before I found something to eat though. So I think it's going to be the supermarket in Riska. I finally left the docks and now I'm on my way to the delivery. I was in there for about 3.5 hours and I pulled out of the docks and went straight into the services and had an actual break. So I was able to get out and use the facility, stretch my legs and all of that sort of stuff, because when you're in the docks, you can't get out of your cab. So yeah, utilise that time. So I've had an actual break. I'm now rested and ready to go. I've still got an hour's drive to get up to the delivery, which is just inside the M25. But I'm going to be an hour late for the booking slot. So hopefully they accept the delivery. Today has been a very boring day. Not only did I have a 3.5 hour wait in the docks this morning, but I've just had a 3.5 hour tip because it was a container, lots of boxes, which is really annoying. And now I'm stuck in this. The last 2 days have been very, very boring. I arrived at the docks on Wednesday and was there for 3.5 hours. The docks were just so busy that they couldn't cope. I then did an hour's drive to my delivery and was there for 3.5 hours. Yeah, not good. Very, very boring. Nothing to do apart from sit there and wait. Thursday, I arrive at the docks and I'm there for 3 hours. I then do an hour's drive to the same place I was the day before, and it takes them 3 hours to unload the container. So again, nothing to do. Made it very, very difficult to film content. Because a lot of the work I'm doing at the minute is container work, I can't really get any additional footage of loading and unloading because I reverse onto a bay and it's unloaded into a warehouse. So you can't really see anything that's going on. It's one of the reasons why I started doing the reversing footage, but again, not really had any of that this week, so I've not been able to record any of that. Not really allowed to record when I go into the docks. You have to be quite careful because it is a restricted area. So yeah, getting content sometimes can be quite difficult. Have you ever noticed how men and women give directions differently? Just spoke to the place where I'm doing my collection from, and the woman answered the phone and gave me the directions, words to the effect of, oh, you need to turn right at the florist and left at the butcher's and past the house with the blue door. And I'm like, well, that's no good to me. I need to know which left and which rights I need to take. She's like, oh, I don't know. I'll have to put you through to someone. So she put me through to someone and he's like, right, yeah, you're coming down the road, you're going to take the second left and then the third right and the first left, and we're down in the bottom right hand corner. How much more simple was that? Much easier. I don't need to be looking out for florists and butchers and the houses with blue doors and all of that sort of stuff. I just need to know which left and which right I need to take. The thing is, that sort of information can be helpful when you're trying to find a friend's house, But when you're trying to find a business or something like that, it's not the most useful information. But I found it anyway. Now I'm on my way back to the yard. I'm hoping I can make it without needing a brake. It's going to be close though. Just had my brake in fleet services, and yeah, a bit annoyingly, I wasn't going to make it back without having that brake. But it is just now a straight run back to the yard. I don't need to stop for fuel or anything like that. I do need to unload this trailer when I get there, and then drop the trailer in the trailer park area, and then park my unit up, sort out some paperwork, sort out my stuff in the cab, and then I can go home. Well, that is me parked up for another week. Thank you very much for watching the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, all of those good things, and I shall catch you in the next one.